You know what goes hard? One Coca-Cola. It's been a long, long time since I've purchased like a case of Coca-Cola. But every once in a while, you'll find yourself in possession of one Coca-Cola. How does that happen? Let me explain to you. 3 weeks ago, we got sushi. We didn't order any drinks. When I picked up the sushi, the lady gave me the sushi and she gave me a Coke as well. And she said, this is on the house. Sometimes Asian restaurants will be giving you like a free Coca-Cola when you order from them. It happens on DoorDash too from time to time. So I said, check it out. They gave us a Coca-Cola. We didn't crack it right there because we're not like noted Coca-Cola drinkers. So we put it in the fridge, let it simmer there for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Wife cracked it open yesterday. She needed a little bit of refreshment. I took a little sip of it when she wasn't looking. Ooh, dude, one Coke goes kind of crazy. So like on an airplane, that's a great example. When you've been waiting for the drink cart to come back for 17 minutes because the 55-year-old man in front of you ordered like 7 cocktails in Coach. He's going to mix it himself on his little fucking tray while he watches like the worst action movie that's ever been made. Then they finally get to you and you're like, can I have a Diet Coke, please? And sometimes they go, do you want just the whole can? And you're like, oh, yes, please. Finally being rewarded for my good behavior. Not tapping the dude on the shoulder and saying, hey, dude, can you stop watching fucking Red Notice? Because it offends me. I'll be like a flexible part or whatever. Oh, man. You can just ask for the can? Yeah, but I'm not like a squeaky wheel. I'm more of like, I want the grease, but I don't want to have to squeak for it, you know? I'll take one of these real quick. Why not? Don't get me wrong. I want the grease. But I don't want to I feel like we should be giving the quietest wheels some of the grease. The squeaky wheels are getting too rewarded, man. It's a problem in today's society. Do you see the video of the lady getting off the airplane? And she was freaking out and she said, you guys can stay here and die if you want, but that motherfucker isn't real. She was pointing at something on the back of the airplane. She said, that motherfucker isn't real. It's the scariest thing of all time. And I was reading the replies on Twitter. People were like, I don't understand how nobody else got off the airplane. If that happened when I was on the airplane, I definitely would have gotten off. Look at, you can't fake that. Look at how scared she is. Really? You would have, this insane person said she saw like a ghost or a ghoul or something on the airplane? Your ass would be like, I'm out of here too? My ass will be queuing up a movie. I won't even be able to fucking watch it because halfway through, I'll get through the credits, the 17 advertisements that play before the movie actually gets to finally fucking start. And then they're like, Bienvenue d'abord Air Canada, pour votre confort et sécurité. And then I'm like, oh, wait 20 minutes for 7 different languages. The announcement is literally like, please just, stay in your seat and shut the fuck up. And then finally I get a chance to start watching my damn movie again. But for some reason, as soon as they stop the announcement, it completely resets the in-flight entertainment system. Now I gotta go fast forward on a shitty ass 1-inch widescreen touchpad. What you press fast forward once, it goes times 1.1. You press fast forward twice, it's like times 128. You're like, I just spoiled the whole movie for me. The shit is, we haven't even started taxiing yet. Kind of feels like a great time to get a jellyfish and go all in. Oh. I mean, let me just be real with you. I'm a pretty big believer in the toad, but I also feel like we got something kind of special going on here. Because there's pills this week. Which is worse, the shitty screen buttons or the shitty in armrest buttons? I would definitely say that the armrest buttons are markedly worse most of the time. That's absolutely true. I'm trying to think. You know what bothers me on an airplane is when they don't have standardized locations for headphone jacks. Sometimes your ass is trying to plug it into your armrest. It's not there. You try to plug it into your neighbor's armrest. They don't have one. They look at you like, you know, you just fucking tried to eat their complimentary baguette or something like that. You realize it's under the screen. And then some of them are like, no, 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 it's not under the screen. We don't even have a screen. You got to download an app for your phone, and then you can stream Red Notice to your phone. Oh, but only if the in-flight Wi-Fi works. It never fucking works. And then you got to, even if it does have a headphone jack, you plug it in all the way. You're getting like, the volume's cranked up to full. You're getting 1 decibel echoey Gal Gadot in your right ear. And then you're like, what's going on? What's going on with this? What's going on with this? Subtitles? Oh, they only have Mandarin subtitles on this movie for some reason. Then you pull it out 1 micrometer out of the headphone jack, and all of a sudden it's boom, boom. Anyway, I have not taken a flight in a while, but it do kind of be like that. Sometimes, I think. Oh, another pill for me. Thank you so much. I mean, blobfish is pretty swell. I also like one of you. I think we're going this week, man. No spicy. Cathartic moment for me because I'm stuck in the Montreal airport getting ready to go to Ottawa. Probably, listen, I love my country in many ways, such as, but one thing about Canadians, they do love lining up 2 hours early for boarding. And it drives me fucking crazy. Ottawa was like one of the worst I'd ever seen. I was like, there's 17 people on this flight. Surely we're not going to all, you know, line up for no reason an hour and a half before they even make the announcement that the plane is boarding. No, they were like, I don't know, they're so paranoid that it's going to like leave without them or something. I'm going yard, man. I'm going the damn distance here. Give me one of those. Yeah, why don't you just like have a child and then bring a stroller even though they don't need a stroller anymore? And then they always like move you to the front of the line because you got a stroller. This shit is so cash. Sometimes you can't hear the announcement. Listen, motherfucker. You can, even if you can't hear the announcement, if you're sitting close enough to the gate, you can infer the announcement because it's when everybody starts standing up. Okay? When everybody starts standing up and lining up in the little partitions that they set up. That's when you don't have to hear the announcement. They only make like 2 different announcements at the airplane. Or at the gate, I should say. I'll take another blobfish. I don't even care. Take a pair. I'm always in zone 38. They honestly, sounds like they're probably moving your ass like back 1 zone for every hour that you line up early. So you should be in zone fucking 38. Maybe zone 3800. Not interested. By the way, we're falling apart here. Where's my pill? It's not hard. Where's my pill? I don't want... I just told you I don't want a giraffe. Where's my pill? He's spiraling. Why do people want to board first? It's all about the currency of the overhead bin these days. I don't want to board first. But I've got shit that has to go in the overhead bin. But because they started charging for checked bags a few years ago, like even 1 checked bag costs you like $50, everybody stopped taking checked bags because they want to save $50 on their $1,400 plane ticket. So now, instead they used to just get on with like a purse or a backpack and then all of the heavy, like, voluminous shit was in a suitcase. Now everybody gets on with a roller bag that's like almost as big as a suitcase, and they all try to jam it into the overhead compartment. So if your ass doesn't get on relatively early, then they always come around and they're like, hey, what do you got in that bag? And you're like, oh, digital cameras and Fabergé eggs. And they're like, it's no problem, we'll check it for you. And you're like, motherfucker. What do you even do now? Nothing. You suck. My whole team sucks. We don't want this. We want chocolate. Your ass, get out of here. You're important. You should get pilled if possible. But if you refuse to get pilled, then that's your personal problem, and I'm not gonna touch upon that one. Hey, why don't you take one of these then? And we have a blobfish not doing much, I'll admit, but okay. If you're not gonna get pilled, you're not gonna get pilled. So be it. By the way, I'm struggling to like to view the screen because I don't have a computer at our new place. Like I need a desk first, and the desk isn't coming for like another week or something like that. So all I've been doing is like occasionally looking at my phone, but largely like just being outside. So this is very strange for me to be looking at like a monitor that's so big. It's like when you first get a new pair of glasses. Go ahead. We're on 4 wins. I thought we were goated with it. I am a grass toucher. There's no doubt. I love touching grass. These days. I also love when the CEO of a company says, hey, we took down our website so you can touch grass, even though he tweets 15,000 times a day. I also love when everybody's like, wow, look at the changes he's making on Twitter. He's so smart. Look at how much activity on Twitter has gone up. And then like the activity on Twitter is making it unprofitable. And they're like, look at how smart he is. He did something to reduce the activity on Twitter to make the website fucking not as unprofitable. It's just more episodes of no matter what happens, it's always genius, man. Yeah, he completely ruined it, but it was losing a lot of money. So actually, it was like 4D chess. Okay, you are cruising now. You freaking suck. We don't really need you anymore. Warthog, I feel like Warthog goes crazy this week. Give me a Warthog. I would love to get the Pteranodon that we couldn't get there now. If we could just get that in the future, that'd be great. And then give you a small buff. While we're here, I'm going to get ready to sell you. We got 2 lives left. Buy a blue ringed octopus, maybe. I got to get rid of this giraffe, man. I couldn't believe... So, like, it must have been Saturday, I guess. But on Saturday, my Twitter kind of broke. And I was like, it's not that unusual these days. Then I came back to my phone like 7 hours later, and the first tweet that I saw was one of those like content aggregator piece of shit fake news outlets, those like, pop base or something like that. And the tweet was like, Elon has raised the amount of tweets you can see as a free viewer up to 800. And I was like, wait a minute. I thought this outlet just sucked. I didn't realize it's actually The Onion. Like they're making satire now. And I thought it was kind of funny. And then I looked at it closer and I was like, oh shit, that's real? I was just out for like running some errands or something like that. I came back. It was like, you can't, free users can no longer read the website. If you say so. Anyway, get out of here. I know I'm behind on all this stuff, but like, cut me some slack. It's been like 4 days or something like that. 5 days? Ooh. Yeah. I hit the limit in 5 minutes of scrolling past garbage. Well, my favorite is the idiots who tweet like 1,000 times a day. They're like, 600's kind of a lot. I'm like, no, it fucking isn't. You read a tweet in like 2 seconds. It's not like reading 600 pages of a book, where it would take you hours. It's like the average tweet is like 2 emojis and a gif of like a guy dunking a basketball. Like it's, you do 100 every time you do this. Like, about one of these? One of these? One of these? And a melon would go crazy. There's still a chance we will not be fucking sucked this year. we might be slightly fucking sucked this year. We will not be fucking sucked this year. That was crazy. I'm not going grimace mode. I just have a lavender shirt. Don't get sniped. Sure, I mean, I don't think that's going to keep you safe, but I could be wrong. It's not a purple shirt, it's lavender. It's two very different shades, okay? Oh, my green pepper, it didn't do anything. Hang on. I'm not cooked. I'm not cooked. I'm not cooked, we drew. I'm even buying an apple. An apple for my warthog, because I knew I'd get a kiss. Always got mad when the class was dismissed. It's a white t-shirt that got washed with some purple clothes. No, it's not. But it's... You're freaking me out a little bit, because, I was thinking while I was doing laundry this weekend. I was like, you know what I haven't seen in media a long time? Is like a dad's white dress shirts getting ruined because their son threw like a red hat into the washing machine. And then the dad has to wear pink shirts. And he's like, oh my God, it's the 1990s. What are the other people at the office going to think if I wear a pink dress shirt to the office? But like, I wouldn't call it a conspiracy. Yeah, why not? But I do think it's kind of crazy. Back when I was a kid, my parents, well, my dad is like a pretty stereotypical. He's not a boomer. I don't know why I'm beating around the bush. He doesn't know how to use the washing machine, which is comical because anybody who's used the washing machine knows that it's literally like you press 2 buttons. Holy cow, you got me because of that one up on the Triceratops. How dare you? It's boomer energy, but he's more of like a Gen X. I'll take my 9 here. Anyway, but as a kid, my mom was always very diligent about separating the clothes. You know, the all white clothes all go together because you use like a bleach-based detergent that can cause the color to leach. And then multicolored clothes all go together, and then you could do it in like a cold water rinse instead. There's some things when you live on your own. I'll be like a flexible driver, I guess. Like maybe a 3-wood. There's things that you'll try in college maybe, or the first time you live on your own. And you'll realize why everybody's been doing it the way that they do it. As a young adult, you're like, the world is so stupid, I got everything figured out. You know, why don't I just eat food out of my pot that I cooked it in? And then, you know, you do that for like 2 years and you're like, I'm a genius. I saved 4 seconds on doing the dishes per night times 30,000 days on Earth. And it's like, I got a free year. Then you read an article that's like, have you been using a spoon to eat out of non-stick pans? You have eaten so much Teflon, you're going to die in 5 years, right? And you're like, oh, I see why people plated stuff. Now, anyway, but when I was in that phase, I said, it was ironic because I had nothing but time. But in my head, I was like, ain't nobody got time, sure, to separate all of their laundry. I'm just throwing it all in at once with some detergent and letting it ride. And if all of my clothes turn a muddy shade of brown, then so be it. You know, that's the cost of doing business. I have maybe one time in 17 years of doing my own laundry, maybe one time I've had some bleed onto like a white shirt or something like that. And even that was probably like 2008. Like they've patched it since then. I hate this team, man. Don't give me a jellyfish. They're not even, I'm putting you on the wrong unit here. I think detergents have gotten better. That makes sense to me. I fully buy it. Patch notes for laundry. I know. And here every time I like see a washing machine, I'm like, why is this shit so complicated? But every time I use a washing machine, I'm like, you know, these fuckers at Maytag, they got it all figured out, man. Turns out they do know what they're doing. Now, I will never download a washing machine routine from the internet and then side load it into my washing machine. Like, that seems like a step too far. I'll just push on the button that says normal and then press the button that says start. Sometimes there's just 90% of my washing is done on the normal setting. And then 10% of my washing is like, I don't know if this shit can go into the washing machine. So what do? I put it in the washing machine, and then I hit the button that says delicates. And I have never suffered the consequences. If I ever... Or there's a third one. I've got some sweaters that say they're dry clean only. So I just wear that shit, and then when I take it off, I look at the tag, and I go, oh shit, dry clean only? And then I just hang it back up in the closet. And I'm like, maybe once every couple of years, I'll make a run to the dry cleaner or something. But I figure, like, if it's dirty in February, I might not wear that shit again until next December. Surely, like, all the dirt is dead by then, right? That's the driest cleaning method of all. Like, eventually, if there's, like, bacteria, they got nothing left to eat in there. I almost said alligators are ornery because they got all them teeth, but they ain't got no toothbrush. So true. This jacket is dry clean only, which means it's dirty. Mitch Hedberg. So why did I even try to get there? The master's already been. This team has no business being here, man. Because this team, Al Pacino voice, this team is bad. I don't even want that. It serves no purpose. I would take this, maybe. I don't want to sell you, though, because you're... But you kind of suck on level up now. You kind of... Yeah, okay. We'll go stinko mode here. Something like that. It's not Al anymore. True. I'm winning. This is crazy. You can buy a dry cleaning thing that you can put in your dryer with your dry clean only clothes. Really? I thought dry cleaning was like... Don't they use like insanely toxic chemicals to kill all life on your shirt? Like all the zooplankton and shit? Like, isn't dry cleaning so toxic that when they sell a dry cleaner, like they have to rehabilitate the soil under the store? I don't think it's that bad. I thought it was pretty bad. How you getting zooplankton on your shirt? I don't know. They're fucking everywhere, right? Got weird little worms that live in the sebaceous glands of our nose and stuff. I just assume like I'm covered with all sorts of creepy crawly animals and shit. Diatoms. Give me a slug. I don't think it's very good, but I don't think anything on the squad is that great right now. So I'm just happy to be here. I'm talking like Ringo Starr. I don't know why. Peace and love. Peace. It's the only Ringo Starr quote that it's not even like a quote. It's like when how do you know someone's doing an impression of Arnold Schwarzenegger? They always go, God, get to the chopper. Hey. How do you know someone's doing an impression of Ringo Starr? They always go, peace and love, peace and love. We're cooked. Yeah, little cooked. I'm buffing a damn dolphin. What am I thinking? It is true. Like I wish like when you bought, I mean, this is mostly just me complaining about being stupid. Because what I was gonna say is I wish when you bought clothes they told you if it was like dry clean only. But they definitely do. It's on the tag. But like I wish that, you know how like when you try to buy rat poison at Home Depot, it forces someone who's worked there for 12 minutes to come over and look at your ID? Like they should have the same thing at clothing stores. Like when they scan it, it should be like, beep, beep, this is dry clean only. And I'd be like, oh shit, thank you, put it back. I don't want that. It looks really nice, but realistically, I'm not ever gonna clean it. Okay. Maybe Big Dolphin can work. Ooh, larger toad. Do the core, you just put him in the freezer. It's true. Gets me every time, man. I remember when he... Oh, he got me. How many people are running a damn iguana this day and age, man? I remember when Corey told me for the first time he put his jeans in the freezer. Got me good. Give all tier 5 friends or higher. Okay, I think we have enough life left that we could possibly make a T-Rex work. You gotta go because you're not doing anything. And the T-Rex is gonna be horrendous to start with. Whoops, oh no, you're supposed to be frozen. And then you should go, you can come out. Friend gain perk, give it a +1/+1 Kaiser Permanente. Okay. You'll be like, woo. I don't think we need a level 3 toad just yet. So a cucumber is a 1/1. I'm not that interested in that. But if we can get you to level 2, then we might be talking a little bit. You ain't got the runway for this? What? Oh, I think I've got the runway. Daddy's sap went fast. Know what I'm talking about? John Bon Jovi. We should really just buff you twice. You don't really work, though. You better work, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I think I've got the runway for this. Like, watch this. No? It's a song by RuPaul, right? Sachet, Shantae. I know that one. Look to the left. Look to the right. Something, something, something. Sachet, Shantae. I know all about it, brother. Why does my team look so bad? Why is my team look so bad? Oh no. Who's putting all his hopes on the damn fire ant? What is he thinking? I lost to a damn lobster team. That's not a good start. Oh, I didn't even do anything with you, but maybe one day. Sure, dude. There you go. And then we'll get one of you out here next time. No doubt about it. Do you ever try to win, or do you just troll for content? Sometimes it's like fun to just be like, oh, I've never seen this before, and then give it a chance. And then most of the time, you piece of shit. Most of the time, like, it doesn't work, but sometimes it does. And then you go pog. And then the YouTube title is called, like, they said it couldn't work. Be like a Danish husband. Wouldn't that be weird? It's not trolling. If I was trolling, I would say, like, why do they call the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once? When all I need to find is the power button on my remote to turn it off. That's trolling, okay? -2, -2. I made you mad, ergo I won the troll, okay? I've never seen it. I know it's. I mean, even if I watched it and I didn't like it, I would just lie to you and say that it was like my favorite movie of all time because you know, I know people love it. I don't like my squad, man. Maybe you're okay for like a minute, and I could always sell you into something, I suppose. My mom is cooler than me, by the way. You probably already knew this. Maybe I did this. It's not a bit. It's like a real story. My mom and dad saw Asteroid City at the indie movie theater in my hometown, like on Wednesday. That's crazy. I didn't even know it was in theaters yet. They saw that shit like opening day. I don't even. There might have even been like a staggered release or something like that. It's so boring. It's kind of mid. I asked my mom, I said, how did you like it? She said, it was pretty good, pretty typical Wes Craven. And I said, and then I said, to which I replied, I think you mean Wes Anderson, unless there's vampires in it. And she said, oh yes, Wes Anderson, haha. It got me pretty good though. Classic Wes. Well, we're pretty good at the early game this week. It's just everything else we fucking suck at. I guess I would just sell your ass. I'm going to go a little, like, this is a crazy way to play the game here. I'm going to go eel, and I think I'm going to try to give your ass as many stats as possible, and then we'll just figure the rest out as we go. So, no, it's not trolling. It's more like, I wouldn't call it trolling in Super Auto Pets. What I would call it is short-term thinking. I make no effort sometimes to think about where a squad is going in the future. Sometimes I'm just like, oh, look, there's some matching animals. That's not trolling. It's false advertising. What does Ja Rule say in the Fire Festival documentary? Bro, you're gonna shoot your own dolphin. Bro, you shot your own dolphin. That's cringe. Are you trolling? That's how you sound right now. Go ahead. No apples, though. That's a waste. I would take you. And then, honestly, I think it would just... Let's just make the seahorse unfuckwittable. Like, he's gonna shuffle positions, and then he's gonna push the... He's gonna push an enemy, like, they're gonna be dizzy. That's all I'm trying to say. Look at that. Now you got a fucking. Look at that. Your 1-3 iguana just got a melon. Ooh. Get scrambled. How do you? Can I tell you something? Evolution of me cooking scrambled eggs. 15, 16 years old, start cooking eggs for myself. I know I was a bit of a late bloomer. Okay. When I was in first year of university, no joke, I called my mom and asked her how to make canned soup. If for anybody that maybe is too anxious to ask the question to their own parents, you open the can, you put it in a pot, and then you put it on the stove until it's warm. You basically can't fuck it up. It's the easiest food. It's already cooked. You just have to apply energy to it. Anyway, as a teenager, scrambled them in a bowl, poured the bowl into the pan, continued to scramble them in the pan. Enjoyed it. University, got a little bit more into cooking. Said, you know what? Gordon Ramsay says you don't do that. You never scramble them in the bowl, because if you scramble them in the bowl, then it denatures the... And you never salt them early, because if you salt them early, it denatures the protein, and then the eggs will get all gummy. Takes me 15 minutes to make the fucking Gordon Ramsay perfect scrambled egg. Shit. 24, I just said, fuck that, I'm scrambling them in the bowl again. I've gotten so... And what's most fucked up about it is that like I feel like my lifestyle in university was like a rejection of like my high school life. And then my lifestyle, like right after university, was like a re-embracing of my high school life, a rejection of my university life. And it's just like, you ever stop and think? Like if you ask the person, like, when were you at your dumbest? The answer is always going to be like 7 years ago. I feel like if you asked like a 58-year-old man, when were you at your dumbest? They would say, in my mid 40s or something like that. You ever think about that? I mean, when were you like logically the dumbest? Probably like, well, like teenager or early 20s. Because early 20s is like, it's easier to be dumb because you have actual responsibilities. Like as a teenager, you could be dumb, but like unless you get into some criminal shit, like what's you don't face any consequences. But if you're like 20, 25, and you're like, check it out, I'm gonna like, publicly urinate next to the Dollarama or something like that, you could get arrested. If you're like 14, they'll be like, what are you doing, kid? Go home and play Roblox hide and seek. Anyway, what was I talking about? The craziest part is we got 5 wins. We're doing okay. Hey, we're looking for loot. You know what would be crazy? What if we just said, fuck you? We just put eggplants on everybody. I would take a pear for sure. Beautiful buff. I could destroy a baby in a debate. Well, in the eyes of like Plato, I completely believe you. In the eyes of like observers, I think the baby could do better than you think. I'm not saying win. But because the baby would disrupt the argument and it would distract you and it would try to engage in ad hominem attacks, etc., etc. So according to Plato, you would be the winner of the debate. But like if it was based on a plebiscite, if it was based on a popular vote, I think there might be 50 plus 1% of the people out there watching would be like, the baby kind of owned you. No, it didn't own me. When it started to lose the debate, it just started to cry. Yeah, and then you went, so it seemed like the baby had a pretty good point, honestly. Baby gets to 273 for sure. 273, holy cow, they're taking like the 20th district of New Hampshire too. Baby clears. Combine me, buy me. Baby Gronk. I heard something about Baby Gronk recently. I don't know if people are ready for this one. But I heard that he got rizzed up by Livy? Question mark? No way. I heard he might be the new Drip King. I don't know why I picture like Billy Bush saying that. Exciting news out of Idaho today. Baby Gronk just became the new Drip King. That's right, formerly the new Riz King has added a new title to his superlative collection. Take us away. What is a Gronk? A Gronk is a good football player. This is all ass? Or is it? It's not that ass. It's just slightly ass. It's not even that ass. I don't know enough about football. Where, on the list of, and I understand the joke here, ha 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 ha. If you were to rank every tight end in NFL history, where does Gronk show up on the list? Is he a top 5 tight end of all time? He's first. He's a top 1 tight end of all time. He's certifiably top 3. Top 3 at worst. So it's Tony Gonzalez, Shannon Sharp, and Gronk. You forgot about Travis Kelce? That's because I don't know who Travis Kelce is. Antonio Gates. I know who Antonio Gates is. Yeah. Gonzalez, Kelce, and Gronk. It's crazy that I got 2 of those. What about Jason Witten? Is Jason Witten up there? I heard he recently got rizzed up by Troy Aikman. No, LOL. Okay. Whoops. I don't actually think we need a snake. I think we need another one of these guys. What about Baby Witten? Yeah! Did you hear about this one? Did you hear about this one, Kevin? If you think Baby Gronk is good, just wait until Baby Tony Gonzalez. Just wait until Baby Tony Gonzalez hits the scene. I bet if you asked me, I don't know, there's like 30 positions in football, which is nuts, but oh, you piece of shit. I bet I could name the greatest of all time for 50% of the positions in football where you actually notice people doing their job well. For example, I could not tell you who the best tackle of all time is, or the best guard, or the best fucking center, okay? But I could tell you, best running back of all time? Easy, Brian Westbrook. Barry Sanders, right? Barry's probably Barry Sanders. People talk about Barry Sanders all the time. Apollo's going to react to this clip. Apollo's going to be like, oh, it's Ben Roethlisberger. It's Ben Roethlisberger. Terrell Davis. Now you're speaking my language. English. Come on. 1 life left, dude. I thought we were cooking on this run. Gotta call my mom, figure out how you cook a 10-piece. Wide receiver is Jerry Rice, brother. Jerry Rice and Nidus' dog football. You think I don't recognize a gaming legend? We can still win this. Oh, we still won this. Yes, sir, you got it. Okay. I know quarterback. A quarterback has got to be Tom Brady, man. Even if it's not raw skill, his longevity combined with his clutch moments have to take him to the top. Just ChatGPT answer. You see that clutchness? Cornerback? Fucking Dante Hall. I don't know. Champ Bailey. That's who I was trying to think of. Champ Bailey. Fucking Chad Kroger. I skipped that one. I'll take a Pteranodon briefly. Best linebacker? Ooh, that's tough. Probably Brian Urlacher, I'd have to say. Twitch streamers are a blight on society? What the hell? Just because I don't know the best cornerback of all time? What the hell? I'm not even from America. What do you say fuck me for? Peace! Oh. Yeah, most of my knowledge in football comes from Madden and ESPN NFL football. Best kicker in the game? Well, you know, here's the thing, is like you got to go Vinatieri just for the clutch factor, but Vanderjagt actually has better stats. In particular, if you got your accuracy honed in, like on the A button press, then Vanderjagt's superior power allows him to hit an extra couple of yards. So best coach, probably the dude with the hat, Tom Landry, that guy with the glasses. I'll be like a sandwiched feet, like a 12-inch one from Subway. +2. Oh, it's the guy with the glasses. Just saying the expression, the guy with the glasses, is so funny. These 3 Bs of Super Auto Pets. You remember Doug Flutie? Yeah, I remember the Doug Flutie Wheaties box. Has anyone here actually consumed Wheaties? Stop it! No! I feel like as a kid, I had like imposter syndromes with Wheaties. Like, I felt like I can't buy Wheaties because I wasn't like a student athlete. But it's gotta all be marketing. Like, weren't they just wheat? It wasn't even like infused with gorilla mindset or nothing. That's a pretty strong lad here. There's moths, so run some anti-moth protection at the front. There you go. They turned a week-old cardboard after like 1 week in the pantry. I'm not defending Wheaties because, again, I've never consumed them. No cereal lasts a week in my cupboard. It's never happened. I guess if I bought like more cereals, like they could, but I just eat a lot of cereal, man. I'm like a 2 big bowls a day cereal guy. I was maybe not every day is a two a day, but most days are a 2 a day. Why? I usually eat a big one. Just phrasing could use some work. I usually eat a big bowl after I work out in the morning. It just hits the spot, probably because there's like 40 grams of sugar in it. And then before bed, I'm like, oh, I'm a little peckish. What could I go for? And of course, I'm getting a bowl of cereal. And then, if it's my second bowl of the day, my ass is not eating a half-size bowl of my first one. That means like, I'm not even rewarding myself for a job well done. So I got to pour that shit to like the same level as the first one. Otherwise, the whole time I ate it, I would just be like, oh, I'm not even having as much cereal as I had the first time. This is good stuff, man. Have you spoken to a therapist about your issues with food? No, they don't want to talk to me. I told you. I don't even need the garlic. Joke's on you. And it's like, it makes people upset, but it's not like I even have like multiple cereals in the rotation. I'm literally just a straight up, like, I'm a Vector guy. I just eat Vector. And it pisses me off because then people go, what the fuck is Vector? And I'm like, Americans don't know Vector? It's pretty good. It's like, I'm not saying it's good for you, but it's a cereal that's marketed as being better for you, and it tastes good. Like, I used, as an aspiring Marvel superhero in high school, I used to eat Kashi Goleen Crunch, but I think the shit did like permanent damage to my teeth. Like I don't know where that shit is on the Mohs scale of hardness, but it's got to be like above eating diamonds. But it actually is like damaging for your teeth. So now I eat Vector instead. It's because you're supposed to put milk on it? Then you should put the fucking milk in the box, okay? Get a Magic Spoon sponsorship? No, I don't think it tastes very good. Sorry. If anyone from Magic Spoon is watching, send me your best offer. Why not? I am open to changing my opinion if you pass me a big sack of money with the $sign painted on it. They do call Vector a meal replacement, which is very funny to me, because it's like, it's not really like a meal replacement. It's like I'm eating it as like a meal. It's like if you ate lunch and they were like, just so you know, this sandwich is like a meal replacement. I'm like, I know. It's replacing my hunger with food. Like it's a little confusing, I guess, is all I'm trying to say. You gotta go. I think the fire ant can do something this week, man. Call me crazy. Yeah, it's not a meal replacement. It's like it's a meal. So I don't know why they call it a meal replacement. It just, like, it makes me feel like I'm eating something I shouldn't be eating. 2 lives left. Not good. Help me. It's all bad. You're basically useless. Okay, good point. How about a good unit? That's a good unit right there. 2 lives left. Give me a sick buff. What happens when you faint? Give attack to a random friend. Okay, fine. Why are you entering your Gorbachev era on July 4th? Because I fucking hit my head, man. I got this thing right here. It's not an anti-American bit. Also, Gorbachev was the USSR leader that was, like, most amenable to the Western interests. So if anything, it's relatively complimentary. If I wanted to make today about being a traitor to America, I would have chosen a recent president. Oh, man. You should have seen your fucking face, dude. Did I lose that last round? I thought I was cooking. Who, though? You know. Just think about it for a minute. I got 4 wins on this one. No, thank you. No, thank you.